Hey guys, my name is JessiMew and welcome back to Tyto Ecology, where we are once again in our little grasslands biome, which once upon a time was completely consumed by deer mice. But as you can see from that little notification up in the corner, we're doing pretty good. I've made some amazing progress with this place. It is no longer being consumed by the deer mice. There are still some little worrying pockets of deer mice lingering around, but I have a feeling that we may have salvaged our grasslands biome, which I am so happy about. I am so glad to see that these deer mice are slowly creeping out of the area, or at least being chewed on by all of the predators that we've placed down. We have our cougars here, of course. Yes, a group of deer mice has died. I know that sounds cruel, but honestly, they don't deserve to be in our biome anymore. They are done. We are completely done with deer mice after this. We don't want to see them ever again. So we are so happy to have these lovely little cougars in the area. Look at this guy. He is so cute. He's curled up for a nice nap after all of his hard work getting rid of these deer mice in Zone 2. I am so proud of this little guy right now. Oddly enough, though, in the middle of this awful situation, one of the cougars did die off due to starvation, which sounds very, very strange considering that there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of deer mice sprawling around in the grasses. But what are you gonna do? I guess that cougar just didn't feel like having any more deer mice at the moment. But yeah, we still do have a little bit of an issue in this section of the biome in particular. There are still quite a few deer mice, so we are not going to be complacent with them. We are still going to work at exterminating them as much as we can. Actually, I thought this was a snake over here, but look at this. This is a group of deer mice. Oh my gosh. I literally thought that was a snake from out in the distance. Wow. They're just slowly dropping in here. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what worries me because this is exactly what happened in Zone 2 over there. So let's see. There are currently 45 juveniles, 46 juveniles, 47 juveniles. Okay, mice, slow down a little bit. So I guess we want to make sure that there's enough predators in the area over here to munch away at those crazy mice because we don't want them spreading any further. This is definitely one of the most worrying pockets at the moment of deer mice because we don't want to risk letting them loose. So I have a ton of snakes in the area, and I have a feeling, yes, as we can see up here, that we are going to be seeing a lot of notifications in the future for all of these predators, because as the deer mice continue to die off, we're going to see that there's not enough food in the area to sustain all of the predators that we've placed down in the meantime, which sounds, again, a little bit cruel that we're just going to let all of these snakes and a lovely bobcats and cougars die off, but we need to find our balance again, guys. The deer mice have gone completely out of whack here. They have thrown us off the rails, and we need to slowly find our place of balance in our grasslands biome once more. So if that means, unfortunately, letting nature take its course, then that's what it's going to have to be. I thought I heard a strange little howl, though. I do want to check on our original pack of wolves to make sure that they survived, so we need to go way over here into Zone 4, I believe, to our tiny little forest to make sure that our wolves are still alive, and it looks like they are. They are definitely still alive, so let's see how they're doing. There's 3 out of 12 still left, so they're all still here from the last time we were in the grasslands anyway. Some of them unfortunately did die off to starvation once the deer mice completely took over, but I want to make sure that they have enough food now, so we're going to place another group of pronghorn antelope over here. This episode is basically going to be the rebuilding episode. We're going to try our best to restore the grasslands to their previous glory. I'm a little bit worried about placing any more grass in Zone 2 right now, even though it looks so empty, because I don't really want to risk having these mice blow out of control again, because if they have food to eat, then they will certainly flock to it, I have a feeling. Because as you can see, they have completely consumed every last blade of grass that we placed in the area, except for, what was this called again? Was this common milkweed? This is the only survivor in Zone 2, which is so funny to see because it looks so empty except for this. This common milkweed is actually a poisonous plant, so the mice were not able to eat it. So I guess if you're having a deer mouse problem, then this is a pretty good thing to have in your biome because it's something that they can't actually eat. But I guess what we will place down back in Zone 2 is the giant tree that used to be overlooking the bottom bobcats' territory right at the top of this hill. I was so upset when those crazy deer mice swallowed up my tree in one bite. So we're going to try to find the tree again. I think it was the eastern cottonwood, right? Is this what we placed down here? Okay, that looks familiar. So we'll place that down right here again, right where it used to be, overlooking the bobcat territory. So hopefully that will stay around, I should say. Hopefully that will continue to grow here and the deer mice won't flock back to the area to munch on all of its leaves. And I just realized that I placed it right on top of our badgers, so that's going to be interesting. Unfortunately, we can't move the tree after we place it down, so I'm sorry, little badgers, but you are going to be living inside of a tree now. I hope you don't mind. The badgers most likely are going to be one of the predators who die off after all of our snakes are killed off as well. And look at this, we have a bison way out here. Hello, Mr. Bison. You're currently snoozing in our cougar territory. What are you doing here? We should probably take a look at our bison to see if they've survived too, because I know a lot of different animals, unfortunately, were not able to withstand the onslaught of the awful deer mice. So we'll make sure that our bison are still here. Here's one territory of bison, which unfortunately only has one bison left in it. So that may have been, again, the last bison of that territory, which is kind of in an awful location if you think about it. The final bison has decided to lay itself right next to where the cougars live. Mr. Bison, that doesn't seem like a good idea at all. Luckily, it seems like this little bobcat is a little bit too small to take on a big bison, so I think you should be safe for now, but you might want to wake up pretty soon, okay? You might want to vacate the area. Oh my goodness. So instead of having all of those little deer mice running around, we now have slithering snakes in the grass here. All of these snakes. This is so creepy. Though I see all of those deer mice in the distance. They are running off for food again, which is worrying, guys. Very, very worrying. So I'm going to place down some more predators here. As many as I possibly can to make sure that we eradicate all of the deer mice in the area. Actually, I want to take a quick peek at these guys. So they're at 58 juveniles right now, which is not good for us. Once they grow up, they're going to split off into different territories, and that's when we have a problem on our hands. Because once they start splitting off and having babies of their own, it just gets completely out of control. So we're going to try our best to control this little pocket over here as best as we can. And actually, I was thinking what I would do is unlock this final creature over here, the coyote, to see if maybe the coyotes would help us out a little bit better than any of the other creatures. This is the final thing that we need to unlock for the grasslands. So this is a very important occasion too. I wanted to make sure that we caught this on camera. I didn't want to unlock him while I was trying to destroy the deer mice on my own. But let's unlock the coyote now and place him in the area. We'll place the coyote right over here, actually right next to our wolves too, which is a little bit worrying, but I'm sure they'll be okay. They'll be able to share their food, right? Hopefully. So let's see what the coyotes are like. Let's go down here, zoom in on the coyotes. Oh my goodness, look at this guy. He is ready. Oh my gosh, he has this little this little groove to his walk too. This crazy groove. Hello, buddy. Look at you. Let's look at his biodex too to see if there's any important information that we can learn from here. So their diet. Coyotes are omnivores and will eat anything from small animals to carrion. Generally, coyotes are meat eaters and will hunt live prey. They prefer smaller animals like mice and rabbits, so they hunt frequently. Oh, good. Mice and rabbits. That is excellent to hear because if they're gonna eat our mice, then we definitely want them in the biome. They will also eat insects occasionally. Some humans consider coyotes to be a nuisance because they will attack livestock or even pets. And predators. Adult coyotes don't have any major predators, though they will lose a fight with an adult wolf or cougar. Oh no! Pups are in danger of becoming prey to bobcats, eagles, and other carnivores. Okay, so that's a little bit worrying. We may have doomed our little coyotes already just by placing them right next to our pack of wolves. But oh my goodness, look at that. There's only one wolf in the area anyway, so maybe they'll be able to take them on. I don't know. Hopefully they'll be okay. But even if they're not, this is kind of an experimental process anyway. We're just trying to get rid of the deer mice, and we will slowly start to rebuild this area as we go on once we're sure that the deer mice are properly under control, which I have had much much trouble with in the past, then we'll go ahead and start to rebuild all of the populations that were killed off in the process. So let's see. It looks like our snakes are unfortunately still having some trouble because it seems like the bigger predators like to munch on them as we place them down. I thought the snakes would be a good thing to control the mice, but it doesn't seem like we're having much luck because the predators just like to eat them so much. Apparently snakes are a wonderful delicacy in our grasslands biome. Oh gosh, guys. I see this and my heart just sinks. All of these deer mice, and the thing is, this isn't even as bad as it was before. We had so many deer mice. It was like literally a carpet of mice just running around in the grass. It was awful. And I know we have another little pocket up here too that I wanted to keep an eye on. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job at eating all of our grass right now, and this bison is just like, oh my gosh. This is awful, guys. I am just going to lay my head on the ground and think about my life right now. My life with deer mice. You poor bison. Is that the last bison in his territory too, I wonder? Yep, we have one bison over here and one bison over here. So it seems like they might be trying to do themselves off right now. We have one bison who's being very stubborn, laying next to our cougar territories, and one bison who has just completely given up over here, saying, okay, take me away. I am done. There's too many mice here. You poor little guy. I wish I could give you some friends. Maybe we should actually give him, our little bison, some friends over here because, oh my gosh, this one is sleeping by the water side. This one's given up too. Oh my goodness, our poor bison. We definitely need to give them some friends. So we'll add another herd of bison over here, which should also help sustain our original gray wolf pack so they have enough time to reproduce, because I am so looking forward to that, guys. Hopefully next time we're in the grasslands biome, we'll be able to see little wolf pups because I believe they are slated to reproduce within the next month. Yeah, in 24 days they will be reproducing, so that is very, very exciting. I can't wait to see the little wolf pups running around this tiny, tiny forest. That's going to be a lot of fun. But let's take a look at all of these bison that we just placed down too. Let's see, all of these guys are so sleepy. Oh my goodness, the bison are just all ready to curl up for a nice nap, but it looks like the sun might be rising now, so maybe they'll get up and move pretty soon. Actually, if we fast forward the time, that might help a little bit too. Let's see if they're ready to go on the move now. Let's see, will all of the bison wake up at once? There we go, there we go. They all slowly rise to their hooves. And we got our Tyto coins too, so that's always good. We have a pretty decent collection of Tyto coins to hold us over, which will be wonderful. When we go back to the Himalayas, we'll have quite a few Tyto coins to unlock some extra things. Probably another zone. I'm thinking we're probably going to unlock a whole new zone in the Himalaya biome once we finally return to it. And oh my goodness, I turn the camera and find that all of these mice are starting to eat away at the grass again. This is not good, guys. I don't like to see this. So let's make sure that all of these predators can properly take care of these guys. Oh my gosh, 6 days until reproduction. I don't like the sounds of that. This group can't, oh no, that's our snakes. We don't want that. Oh gosh, 3 days, 7 days, 10 days. This is like a countdown timer here to disaster. I feel like a bomb is about to explode right in this little area right here. Oh my goodness. I have a feeling that our tree is in jeopardy too. Right now it has all of its leaves, but considering that all of these deer mice are about to reproduce within the next couple of days, I am, my gut is sinking right now. This is not good. So we might want to throw a whole bunch of predators in the area just to prepare for the inevitable here. We'll place some cougars over here because they were doing a lovely job destroying the deer mice over in zone 2. And I think we might place our coyotes over here as well, and we'll see how that goes. I know they're not the best of friends, coyotes and cougars, and wolves too, as they roam over here, but hopefully they'll be okay. Hopefully they will share all of this plentiful food and not decide to fight over measly little scraps. We can hope anyway, right? So we have a lot of predators in the area, hopefully controlling our mice as they destroy our grass before our very eyes. Thank you, little trio of mice. And, oh gosh, look at this badger sleeping on the job. You could just take down all of these mice over here, little badger. You could take down every single one because they are sleeping right next to you, but you are lazy, lazy, lazy badger. And of course, our snakes are dying off in the meantime, which is never good to see. Oh gosh, guys. So again, even though the mice are currently eating away at our grass, I am not going to bother placing down any more grass to sustain them because that would not help us one bit. And, oh my gosh, is that a baby badger? This looks like a baby badger. Oh, look at this guy. The badgers have apparently bred because this guy is definitely a baby badger, so that's always good to see. We're definitely keeping up with our predators, so hopefully when we come back to the grasslands, this area won't be completely destroyed. Hopefully. And I have a feeling all of these snakes, yeah, they're from the zones over on the other side of the biome where our mice are not such a large issue at the moment. Yeah, these guys over here, unfortunately, don't have very much to eat because the mice have all been properly killed off, so they will probably not be joining us in the next episode. I'm sorry, little snakes, but you have done your job properly, and now you are on your way out. Because we also don't want to have to deal with a plague of snakes. That would be very counterproductive for our little grasslands biome, but it looks like we have officially salvaged our grasslands biome, at least for now, and I'm very, very happy to say that because I was really worried in the last episode in the grasslands that we had completely destroyed it and we would have to abandon the grasslands, but I think we're doing okay. I mean, we have a lot of notifications up here of things dying off, but I think we're doing okay. I think we can work hard and make sure that the grasslands are not destroyed. So hopefully next time you guys see this place, we'll have little wolf pups to check up on because hopefully the wolves over here will have enough time to have their pups. So that'll be nice to see, and hopefully cross your fingers, guys, that these deer mice don't decide to just completely eat this tree over here because it is very, very worrying. I think our countdown timer has almost reached the end here, which is a little bit disturbing. So we better end out the episode before anything crazy happens as our cougars go off to pounce on all of the deer mice popping up in the area. There you go. Oh no, did you just eat the snake? Cougar, come on. I placed you down for the deer mice. Okay. Well, I guess he was too ashamed of himself, so he magically conjured some big switchgrass to hide himself in. That's okay, Cougar. That's okay. I'm sure you'll do better next time. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you all next time. Bye!